Hi there, it's Leanne here, and today I would love to share with you an exercise that I have been using this year that is fantastic for basically allowing the flow of all good things coming in our life. So we are creating space. It's the vacuum law of prosperity. So first of top tip, look that up because it's really worth a good read and it will make a lot more sense. But this video I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So basically we are going out with the old to go in with the new. It really is that simple, and I'm going to be sharing with you how I do this exercise. So first of all, it's remembering that everything is energy in our life. Everything is vibrating, even if we can't see that it's vibrating, and then it gives off, you know that feeling that you have if you walk into your wardrobe, and I'm sure that everyone's done this, I know I certainly have. You pick up a jumper, you pop it on, and you just think, oh, why have I still got this in my wardrobe? It doesn't make me feel nice. That's the kind of thing we want to release, okay? So we're releasing things that don't make us feel good, and we are allowing space into our life, into our closet, into our, wherever it is in that area of your life, for the good to be able to come in. The way that I do it is I see it as two main categories, so physical and mental, and then I break that down into three sections. So I normally think about my home, so my home environment. What can I clear out? What can I declutter? Are there any things in your home that don't serve you, that just don't make you feel nice or make you feel good? Now, don't worry about, oh my goodness, how am I going to replace those? You don't need to worry about them until it's actually gone. Because, for example, if you have, let's say you've got lots of clothes in your wardrobe that you don't particularly like anymore, you just don't feel good in them, maybe they give you bad memories, you don't need to worry about how you're going to get the new clothes until, you have created space. So that's how the law works. It's called the vacuum law of prosperity. So Google it. You'll find some really interesting reads on it, but that's how it basically works. Now, I then break it down into three main categories. I look at my home environment, as I say, and then my personal environment, okay, which I'll explain in just a second, and then I break it down into my business. So let me tell you how I do my home environment. Number one, get yourself a pen and paper, all right? With the home environment, I basically section that down into different areas. So I might put garden, shed, this is just mine, for example, my log cabin here where I do all my workouts and my videos, my office space, which is my conservatory, and then I'll go around the house, okay? So kitchen, utility room, lounge, whatever kind of rooms you have. And then of course you've got, you can then dwindle it down into your wardrobe. So the clothes is a huge one, because it's remembering that whatever we put on, whatever we're wearing and we're showing up, it gives you a feeling, doesn't it? So if we're wearing clothes that don't make us feel good, that don't empower us, we need to really try to release those, all right? And sometimes you have to be brutal. I'm gonna give you a top tip here. I've done a wardrobe clear out probably about 3 times this year. And the best time that I find this works, not that I'm in a bad mood very often at all, but sometimes if I'm just feeling a little bit irritated, but I don't know, maybe my work's irritated me or the laptop's not working, I'll just think, right, I just need to get away from the laptop for a minute. I'll go upstairs and I think, right, now's a really good time. So you're kind of taking that energy out on the clothes, right? That's when I can be, this is for me personally, this might not work for you, but this is when I can be really black and white and think, yep, that's gonna go. That can go to a charity shop, that's gonna go here. Whereas sometimes the other days I might sit there and think, oh, I don't know, maybe you gotta make that decision, all right? And don't go putting it back in the wardrobe the next day. Get it out. If it doesn't make you feel good, if you don't feel like that empowered person that you want to grow into, get rid of it, okay? So that's the first thing. So you'll be able to write your own list of the different areas, within your home. But I think environment is a really huge thing. I mean, my house has always been fairly tidy, fairly, always kept clean and things, because I literally can't focus on my work. I can't get on with my work if I know that there's, clutter everywhere. It literally drives me mad. So I always make sure my space is nice and clear. It keeps my mind clear. Clear life, clear mind, that's the way I see it. So that's the home, all right? And also, this can be even things like pictures, right, on the wall. If they don't make you, or, I've got stashes of photos from when I was younger, and that is on my to-do list. I need to go through that box. Okay, so home, we've done that. Okay, the next one let's move on to is the business side. So I then look at my whole business. I've redone this recently because I just felt that, you know, you get sent so many different documents and people ping you things, which is lovely, but then it ends up all over on the computer. So I have gone in and just organised all the documents, all the folders, deleted anything I don't use or need anymore. And this can be even things like down to emails, okay? And even on our phone, because this clutter can build up so much, and this can also, you know, make us feel overwhelmed. It can lead to procrastination. If we have so much in our lives these days, we do live busy lives where we're constantly on the go and we get bombarded with phone calls, emails, messages, social media, work stuff, post, and it can be too much. So let's just clutter out the stuff declutter the things that we don't need, clear a space. So I personally, for business, desk, paper, any paperwork. The other day I spent, it was a job that I'd been procrastinating over since about March this year, but I made myself do it the other day and I did feel so much better for it. But I just sorted all my house bills out. So you know when you know the car insurance is due, but you've got to, faff around sorting all the paperwork out, and house insurance, business insurance, and I just did it all in half a day and I felt so much better just for doing it and organising it. Okay, and by the way, that can be in the business side, depends obviously what kind of business you have. You might have a physical premises, it can be laptops, hard drives, anything like that, all right? And then the last one is personal. Now under this, I would say it's mental as well. So again, having a mental declutter is so good. Have you ever sat down to do some work and you just have 101 things going on in your mind, or you'll go to bed and think, right, I'm really looking forward to sleeping now, and then all these ideas come through, okay? So we sometimes could do with a declutter, a mental declutter. So you just write everything down on paper, whatever's up here, get it down on paper, and that way it will help you sleep. It will help you basically organize your thoughts on paper to be able to be more productive, all right? But the other things for personal that I do, I declutter phone, emails, any apps that I don't use or need anymore, social media stuff, and then when it comes to the mindfulness things, it can be things like the beliefs, the feelings. This is a whole new video, so don't worry too much about that. But the main thing is just decluttering your environment, I think, and that will make a huge difference. The last thing I would add on here is, now this is going to sound probably a little bit harsh, but people. Now, have you ever gone on social media and you've had these connections or friends that perhaps you don't really know them that well, and they just constantly post negative things, or they're complaining or they're moaning, and you feel them just on this low frequency. We don't really want to be, we want to lift ourselves up. We want to be around like-minded, positive people that have a good flow of energy. So it might be, go through and unfriend some people if they're not making you feel good. I'm not saying you're close friends or anything like that, but that can really help. So there's lots of different ways you can do this. I would generally start with a list, okay, and section it off so it doesn't become too overwhelming. And you can do this over the space of a year. So that's what I've done, because some of my jobs were, I used to love, I'm not a DJ by all means, but I love my music. I used to dance and things like that as well, and do events, but I have so many CDs upstairs in my room, and some of them here. I used to have these CD mixers. And as an older teenager, I used to love spending some of my time, just mixing all this music. I was never really any good, but it was just more of a hobby. So anyway, I have stashes of CDs, and I've been meaning to go through them and sort them out for years. And it was a job that I put off because I knew I had so many of them. But jobs like that could take a couple of days, or just sorting and organising your photos out, whatever it is. So you could take 6 months to do this. You might want to work on one room a week, or one task a week, one task a day, whatever it is. Break it down so it's not overwhelming. So there we go, that is the vacuum law of prosperity, the fastest way to be able to get abundance in, anything good, get rid of the old, in with the new. We are circulating as well, don't forget. So, we want things to keep moving, all right? It's circulating the substance, keep it flowing, let go of the old, open yourself up to the good. So my question to you is, what are you holding on to that you might need to release to be able to allow that flow of good coming in? Let me know in the comments, and if you have any questions with this exercise, please let me know, because I've been doing this for the whole year and I'm telling you, I feel so much better for it. I can think clearer. I'm finding that I'm procrastinating a whole lot less. I am better at making decisions. My whole life just feels, it feels so much more energized and full of good things now. So all the best with it. Let me know how it goes.